Welcome to Lost in the Desert, episode 58. I am your co-host Kareem.
My name is Assam.
And another beautiful day in Arizona. I think the weather is peak now.
Yes, very peak.
But before we start, I got a bone to pick with you motherfuckers. So I posted the other day. I'm like, guys, go listen to the podcast, subscribe, follow, all of that shit. You niggas went and listened to the podcast. Shout out to y'all. Not a single fucking person subscribed. Not a single. I got one extra review on Spotify. I was like,
I'm okay
niggas, the point was to subscribe.
Well, that's your bone to pick. What I want to say, shout out to my boy Jalen. We ended up his number 2 podcast for the year on his Spotify Wrapped.
I saw
that was super dope of him. He said it, and he goes, look, it was Joe Rogan number 1 and ours was number 2. So I appreciate you.
What was the third one?
Shout out to Jalen. Don't care, but shout out to Jalen. We got number 2. Appreciate you for being your Spotify Wrapped for 2024. How was your Spotify Wrapped?
Well, first of all, I use Apple Music.
Oh, okay.
So
no,
I use Apple
cool
Music,
enough.
even though I have an Android, which is weird.
You ain't that cool enough at Spotify. Actually, this year
my Spotify Wrapped, it was SZA was easily hands down the number 1 listened artist. It was like it wasn't even close.
Trash.
There was like 2.
Just kidding. SZA's cool.
Yeah, but then the second I think was Giveon.
That's not bad too. Giveon was
It was
dope.
like SZA, Giveon, Brent Faiyaz, and God, I cannot remember the fifth.
But
person.
I liked how they went all out and they did every month of your theme. They went to every month.
Right.
Yeah, so it was kind of dope. My Spotify list was crazy because my number 1 artist was R. Kelly, number 2 was Puff Daddy, and number 3 was Adele.
You're playing. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
It was a weird year for me, but it was crazy.
I don't believe you, Assam.
What are you talking about?
Your number 1 artist was R. Kelly
Number
in
2
2024?
Number 2 was P. Diddy, and number 3 was Adele. I'm telling you, it was a weird year.
I think. No.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I knew it. Be serious. Be serious. What was your Spotify
my
Wrapped?
number 1 was Jay-Z.
Number 1 was Jay.
Yep,
Okay.
shout out to New York's finest. Number 2 was damn, I forgot what number 2 was. I think it was Teddy Swims. Yeah, but I forgot number 3. I didn't care. I only cared about number 1.
Yeah, my number 1 was SZA, and it was like 3,000 and something minutes versus like the next person up was like 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I spent over 21 plus 1,000 minutes on listening to this.
Remember that third person? Was it
Yeah.
Meg?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do listen to a lot of Jay-Z, but I was surprised because my playlist is always mixed. But yeah, Jay's for the win, which I don't mind. Jay's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I started listening to like older music this year.
Yeah.
Sorry, I tried to sneeze. It didn't want to come out.
That got to be gay. No, that got to be gay. There's
that
no
gay?
way. There's no way that's normal.
The sneeze. I tried to hold it. I didn't want to sneeze and fuck up the whole thing. Oh, speaking of gay,
That was like
wait,
zesty and
hold up. So our team is in San Francisco for tournament.
So that's what came up with you when
Shut the
I
fuck
said
up.
gay.
Just go on to the next one.
You just connected San Francisco.
No, wait, shut the fuck up and listen.
Oh my
we have a
God.
rugby tournament called Rucktacular. We've talked about this on the show plenty of times. It's held in one of the 3 major like California cities,
Shout
between
out.
LA, Frisco, and
Shout out to the
this year
Bay.
It's in San Francisco. I couldn't make it. But our team yesterday, we played 4 games. And we sadly lost 3 of them. However, the last game we won was a complete fucking blowout. Like it was like 50-0.
Oh wow.
And like every try is 5 points. So just,
Yeah.
do the math. But absolutely fucking crazy. Shout out to the boys. Y'all held your own. It was a huge, we know what's crazy is because it was a huge rookie based team. Like last year, like we had definitely had like more rookie players, but we definitely had more like vets and like starters playing. Coach was there.
Shout out
So
to Coach.
I think this year the rookies really held their own because our team, if I had to guess just like off the top of my head, our team was probably like 70% rookies.
And when is the tournament in San Francisco?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it's always like the first weekend of December.
I see.
Like it's usually the first weekend of December. So
Congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, we had a great time. Well, they had a great time. I feel like we played well. I watched them on one of our teammates' IG Live. I think the third game though, I think we're gonna get cussed out on Tuesday by Coach.
Yeah, we're being
Because
lazy or
I
what?
was looking at his comments. He only came to watch the third game, and I was looking at his comments, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna fuck us up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell, I
luck
don't know
to y'all,
what they
boys.
did, but
Good
he's
luck to
going to
y'all,
fuck
boys.
us up on Tuesday.
Well, congratulations to them.
Yeah,
Hopefully, you guys have a better
shout out,
season.
guys. Congrats.
Well, let's talk about the biggest news that's happening right now, because everything on my For You page and everything is about Wicked.
Our For You pages are very different, but okay.
Mine is literally nothing but Broadway, and it's all about Wicked. I've been listening to Divine Gravity nonstop now.
Really?
It's
I
me.
haven't heard a single song from the album, from the movie.
Cynthia can
play.
sing though.
I'm sure she can. Go ahead. Give me your breakdown.
This is the thing though, because I
Give me your
want to
breakdown.
go watch it, but the thing is, like, I really don't like Ariana Grande, but I have to
Really?
force myself to watch this movie because I'm hearing nothing but good reviews. So I am gonna go watch it, but it's 3 hours.
It's like 240 minutes or something.
Do you like
that.
Broadway's?
I'm not a musical person at
Not
all.
at all. So
Not
you don't have a top
at-
3 at all.
Nope, not at all.
Damn.
I did watch. I was forced to watch. What is it? Streetcar Named Desire.
Okay.
It was alright.
This is my top 3 Broadways of all time that I recommend everybody needs to watch. Number 1, In the Heights, especially if you're a hip hop head. Number 2, Phantom of the Opera, and number 3
I like the movie.
is a tide between Hairspray and Rent.
I did not see you as a fucking Broadway person. I saw.
Oh, dude, you know why? Because one of my classmates in high school, he knew I was like a movie nerd. He's like, "You should ever watch Broadway?" I said, "No." So he gave me like all these DVDs, and he's like, "Watch this and go study it." Shout out to him, though.
What do you think a modern movie would be nice if they converted it to to like a Broadway show?
Oh, the opposite way. So taking a
Yeah.
movie, making it to Broadway.
I know they did
Ooh.
Beetlejuice as a play.
That's a good
I know
fucking
they
question.
did. I know they did Mean Girls as a play.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think would be good? I think Transformers would be bomb because Michael Bay would be
No.
dropping bombs in the fucking
No.
audience. He'd be fire
No, just go to
everywhere.
Universal, watch the car crash, the Hot Wheels one. Same shit. That'd be the same fucking thing. I would, if you take a movie and make it to Broadway, god damn, that's a good thing. Gladiator would be sick.
You think so?
Gladiator would be fire.
But would it be on like a stage or like an amphitheater better?
Doesn't matter, whatever it is. I think Gladiator's a good
Because I
story.
think amphitheater looks better, like because it's kind of like a half coliseum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dear John, that would be like a little romantic type of thing. Oh, or maybe like I don't know if they did it, The Notebook.
Okay, I hate The Notebook.
Yeah, it's
I'm
close.
not a rom-com guy, to be fair.
Yeah, but I'm saying like rom-com will make more sense to do a Broadway taking a movie because like action movies doesn't make sense. Gladiator just has a storyline, but like
I
sword
think
fighting, so it doesn't have to do anything with guns.
American Gangster, Denzel.
That'd be fire.
American Gangster,
Yes.
Denzel, because it's like action, but you're not doing like
That's what I'm
flips
saying.
and
That's
shit
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
Yep.
It's a lot of I think especially that scene where he blows Idris Elba's brains out.
Yep.
Like, could you imagine that just goes,
Yeah.
and then the sugar, the puts the sugar jar on
Yeah.
there. I think American Gangster. Okay, give me your top 3. Give me your like top 3 that you would like to see movies you would like to see converted into Broadway. Go.
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Number 2 would be let's do Dear John.
Okay.
And then number 3, I'm trying to think about it. Let's see. It's coming. Relax.
Come on, bro. Real quick.
Fuck it. Four Brothers.
Four Brothers. Mine would be American Gangster, right? Black Swan.
I think Black Swan is on Broadway.
Is it? I don't fucking know, but I would love to see like Black Swan on Broadway as a play
Okay.
because it kind of is already a play.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you
I
you
thought it
add like
was.
Mila Kunis, all that shit. Like
I
I,
think-
would love that.
I think that one is iffy because it might be, but go ahead.
All right. So yeah, American Gangster, Black Swan, and then for my third one, Shawshank Redemption.
Great pick.
Yeah, Shawshank
Great
Redemption as a play.
Yeah.
Because it's those kind of movies where you don't have to. I feel like if you do take another movie, say we
Yeah.
do like John Wick, right? Action. You said like action movies.
Yeah, especially
You
with
would
guns
have
is
to
hard.
be. I'm imagining a stage, and I'm imagining just like niggas dying, like falling from the top. I'm imagining like just go pow, and then somebody drops, and they're just dropping these fucking bodies on the ground.
Yeah, but they're gonna do that every fucking night because 3 times a day.
I
Broadway-
think John Wick 1, you could get away with it.
That's
You
what I'm-
can't get away with 2 and 3.
A lot of people don't
'Cause
understand.
2 and 3 are too crazy.
Broadway, their shows are 3 times a day, every single fucking day, and it's the same actors. So that's why Broadway actors are very underrated. They're very underpaid. They should be able to
I
like
feel like you should.
make good money. But like, if you can't call out sick, if you get injured, they will replace you because the show has to go on.
Yeah, the show.
So
must
it's
go
very
on.
hard to like
The
when
understudy was just that's their
yes. And
That's
you
their
just
chance.
you have to do the same thing. So you better hope their seats are filled up, people are buying drinks, so they can actually get paid and survive on it. That's why Broadway, actors, like when they make it to Hollywood or make it big, like they went through a lot of shit. You see what I'm saying?
Ballet
And
ballet
then,
performers too. Like
but one thing I
that's
don't,
like a cutthroat industry.
yeah, like one thing I don't like is when the show starts in Broadway and they finally make a movie about it and they use a whole different actors. It's like, why don't you just use the people from Broadway? Take them out, give them the shot because they already know the scenes, they already know the actor. Like, don't change it up. That's one thing I hated
like
about.
Sometimes maybe it doesn't like
No.
one like certain actors like maybe it just doesn't translate to
That
different
makes no
styles.
sense because they already did, the reason why the show got
I'm
big
not
is
a
because of best
professional. If
actors.
any of you guys know or feel
Like that's one
commenting.
thing I didn't like about In the Heights is like the actors on the Broadway show absolutely kills it. And then when he made the movie, it was completely different actors, a little bit bigger names, and I'm just like, why would you do that? You all come from Broadway. Like, give those actors a big shot to be in a big production movie.
You think like any of the James Bonds would translate? I feel like
Fuck
Casino
no.
Royale because it's not action heavy.
No.
Casino Royale is not action heavy. Skyfall isn't action heavy until the last scene.
Oh, actually, you know what would be a good one? Now You See Me, the magician movie.
I haven't seen it.
Now You See Me with the group about they're all magicians, but they're stealing like. That would be a good one, like Ocean 11 type of style.
Okay. All right, I guess like those kind of
Yeah.
movies would work.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe Mr. and Mrs. Smith would work.
Yeah.
Kinda. Maybe the new.
Have you ever
one.
watched? You never been to a Broadway show?
I've never been to New York.
Um,
I've never
I mean,
been
you don't have to go to New York.
I've never been to New York outside the airport.
no, Broadway they do tours. They come here. They have an ASU Gamage.
I've been to ASU Gamage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
quite
still
a few.
that still counts as
I
musicals.
had an ex who was an opera singer, so I've been to like a couple
Oh my God.
musicals and shit, and I will never go back again.
Of course.
I hope that motherfucker burns.
Let it
Actually,
burn.
this bitch tried to hit me up a couple weeks ago,
Nah, get
and
the
I was
fuck outta here.
like, "Yeah, this is not going to. I don't want
Get
to
the
talk to you
fuck
again."
out of here. No, there's one show that I did watch in Broadway, New York, Aladdin. It was very fun.
And I say I can't do Disney. Oh,
Aladdin, dude. Aladdin on Broadway is actually a fucking lit show. It's a lit show. Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'll take your.
But
word
don't
for
expect like when you walk in, it's like it looks like a high school auditorium, but it's just a high production. That's all.
it. Yeah. I get. I
Yeah.
know. I know.
And you
want
to get the middle seats. You don't want to be in the front because you're gonna get the spit, the sweat, and all that nasty shit. Get yourself in the middle seat, a little bit back forward, so you can see the whole production.
It could be like SeaWorld.
Exactly.
Just get the stay. I want to be in the splash zone. Why not?
But it's dope though, dude. Because like, if you especially a fan of Broadway, you get to meet the actors after they take pictures.
Yeah, if
They
I
say
can,
what's up.
if I see like an American gangster, Denzel doesn't even have to be in it because I really like the plot. Like,
Yeah.
I like the plot. I like
Denzel
the
is
movie.
very big on Broadway.
He's
He's very massive. Yep. So, shout out to Denzel.
You think they do like a training day Broadway?
Can you imagine?
Just suddenly somebody just lights up a crack
Yeah,
a crack
just
pipe on the stage. And be like,
just-
wow, this is so realistic. Also, why do I want crack now?
Literally.
They're like, for
Not
your
bad.
viewing experience, we've placed crack under everybody's chair, a crack and a heater.
Lucky winner. You walk out with a pipe.
You walk out with a pipe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? I still have not listened to Kendrick's album.
Really?
I want the hype to die down.
No, it was
I
good.
don't want to be. I don't want to be part of those group of people that like. So do you remember when? When Renaissance came out?
Okay.
I waited like a month before I fully sat down. Like I listened to a couple songs here and
Why
there.
is that though?
I don't like to be influenced by the hype.
Interesting.
I want like once the hype has died down, for the most part, I want to be able to sit by myself and just listen to that song,
Yeah.
like listen to the album and just be like, oh, is this good or is it not good?
Well, the reason why also like obviously Kendrick is always gonna be one of like he's a great artist, but he made this album for LA. Like he had LA artists, from even like Lefty, is like a rapper, well-known rapper from the LA scene, and he had him on there making a chorus. Then another lady who sings in Spanish very, very well. He went to like a Dodgers game in the World Series recently, last month, and he saw her singing like the national anthem, and he was like, I need to book her for the album. But everybody that's now talking about it that was on the album had to sign NDA, so they're not allowed to say anything. Even in the music video that he just released, all the dancers, they don't know anything about it. They didn't even play them the song. They only played them like a certain beat. They're like, hey,
Right.
dance to this. They're like, well, who's it for? He's like, it's a big artist, but don't worry, go ahead and dance for it. And then they made their shot and they left. And then the second group, they made their shot and they left. So nobody
Just
knew it was a
like,
Kendrick.
Let's go.
Yeah, like nobody knew it was a Kendrick music video until they got released and they got their first check.
Damn.
So he was like very low key about the whole production, about his whole album. So it was kind of cool, but now the album's making some controversy, but that's it is what it is.
I liked Gloria though. I did listen to that song.
Yeah.
I think that was the only song that I really like listened to from beginning to the end.
Squabble Up is good too.
I haven't heard Squabble Up.
Squabble
But
Up's good.
you know why I don't listen to? This is when I changed listening to like albums during the hype. Is when I heard SOS.
Why?
When I heard SOS, like SZA's SOS, the first time, I got influenced. I felt like because we were listening in a group, first of all, like we had just gotten laid off. And we were just like in a group listening, like, because we had nothing to do in the office at the time. We were just sitting in the office. They're like, you ain't got shit to do. Just sit here until our time runs out, and then you're good to go. So we would just show up and do jack shit. And we were just listening to the album. We had like a little group listening. And I realized, I was like, oh, I only like 1 or 2 songs on this album. No, I was like, I only like 3 songs on this album. I liked Kill Bill, I liked Shirt, SOS, and Snooze. So those were like my favorite 4 songs.
Absolutely.
And then I re-listened to the album later on, like a year later. Like I went full from beginning to the end and listened to the album like a year later. And I was like, you know what? Seek and Destroy fucking bangs. You know what? Conceited fucking bangs. Like all of these songs like fucking bang. What's the last one?
They aged like wine, pretty much.
They aged like wine. Like a lot of these songs, like they just got better over time. And you know what? Shirt, which was one of like my favorite songs on the album, dropped down. I was like, you know what? I can't. This is not my favorite.
Well, that
song.
also comes with the experience of life, because there's some songs that you might listen
especially
to.
like when you sit and listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, and then something you went through, like, and you're like, oh, now this song makes sense. No, it happens.
Bro, she's just got some lyrics.
Does she write her own lyrics, or she got a writer's?
I think she, for the most part, she's always credited on all the songs.
Yeah, of course.
So I feel like SZA writes most of her lyrics. But I'm not, as an R&B singer, like it's not like rap where like you're judged based on the fact that you write your own songs.
Yeah.
R&B, like you're judged on like the quality of how you sing it.
Yeah.
Right. The meaning of the lyrics somehow.
But
like it's a different genre. It's not like pop. Pop, you don't even fucking write. Like most of these pop stars don't write their fucking songs at all.
No, they have like 4 writers.
90%. Like they might do a song here and there on the album, but most of the album was written by other people.
Yeah.
You know
who didn't write their songs, and he was like the first one to come out? John Mayer. John Mayer was like, I remember there was like one time where they had like, it's an old clip from an MTV show. He had like 5 fans sitting on the table, right? So John Mayer comes out and he sings to them, and they're all crying and stuff. He's like, "You guys like this song?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I didn't write it." he goes, "I didn't write it." And then he shows them the writer, and he's like, "This guy's that wrote the song." And they were like, kind of pissed, but they still fans. And I just started laughing. I was like, "What a G."
Do you remember there was a scene in Family Guy where like Stewie gets like obsessed with this, like I think she's Canadian, like artist Anne Murray. And they go to her, he like goes to her house and everything. Like him and Brian, they're like, "Oh my God, we love your music. We love everything. Like this song is like amazing." And she was like, "Oh, well, I'll have to ask whoever it was, like, he wrote the song. I've been very grateful to like express like, all these artists." And then Stewie goes like, "Huh." Brian comes back from the scene. This bitch is tied up. Tied up on the ground. He's like, "She's a fraud, Brian. She's a fraud. She didn't write any of this shit."
That's how it is.
And he was like pissed off. He like ball gagged her. Was like, "Sing, spread your tiny wings and fly."
It's probably kind of like weird in a way when you're an artist and you can sing and you write a song, but then like they give it to some other bigger artists and now it becomes their biggest hit, and you have to hear that song everywhere, knowing that that's your song. That's kind of tough.
Do you have like do you like listen to the lyrics and like process what they're saying?
Yeah, like for one song that was very like Jesse McCartney wrote the song "Bleeding Love." And he has a version of it. That was his song. Then they gave it to
Leona Lewis.
Leona Lewis absolutely kills that song.
Yes, she did.
It becomes her biggest hit till this day. But Jesse McCartney has to sit there knowing that every time Jesse McCartney sings that song, he has to let them know, be like, "Hey, just let you guys know, I wrote this song. It's actually mine." And then he performs it. But it's not the same as Leona Lewis. It's not the same.
I remember there's a Kehlani song with God, who the fuck is it? I am so sorry, Kehlani. Anyway, have you heard? It's called Footprints by Kehlani. And one of the lyrics says, "I left footprints in the mud when I walked away." And I was like, the fuck is this bitch talking about?
And then you actually study that.
And then I didn't study it. I re-listened to a song. I re-listened to the song like time after like a breakup. Mm-hmm. Like I had like a breakup, re-listened to the song, and I was like, oh, she trying to say that like even though she ended it and walked away, like she wanted you to get your shit together and come follow me again so we can run this back. She's like, "I left footprints in the mud when I walked away." I was like, damn.
It's a tough bar. It's a tough bar.
There's another one in Seek and Destroy. She's got the second verse. She says, "Now that I ruined everything, I'm so fucking free." And I'm like, huh. I said, damn, you know what? this was when after I got broken up with, and I
Mhm.
listened to it, and I was like, you know what? I am fucking free. I can do what the fuck I want.
Yeah,
And
but
it's like little moments like that where you listen to the lyrics and you're like,
But you know who the
damn.
coldest on those? Adele, because she actually writes her shit.
Yeah, Adele. And again, we don't want to hear you happy, Adele. If you're listening to this, I'm sorry. You could be happy. Just pretend to be miserable.
Same
I
thing
want
with-
you happy in life, but I want you to
Same
give us
thing-
misery songs.
Same thing with Sam Smith. I want him to be miserable.
Because it's just,
Great songs.
it's the aura.
Like this last album when he's happy, I was like, bro, get off.
Speaking of
Somebody break his heart right now, real quick.
speaking of my girl SZA, did you see her on the stream with Lizzo and Kai Cenat? She was on
Yes.
Kai Cenat's stream. Did you see her?
She's very like
First of all, she curved the fuck out of that nigga.
yeah, but she's
I
very
love Kai. He's so funny.
She has a lot of anxiety, but she does what she wants.
Yeah.
She's like, if this is going to be a while, I will leave and go to my house. Like she does not give a fuck.
When he asked Lizzo, he was like, "You seeing someone?" And Lizzo instantly within
Yeah.
seconds like, "Yes." And he was like, he did the, all right, girl. I was like, Kai, that was kind of spicy of you, my guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, I fuck with it. It was funny.
Shout out to Kai.
And then he goes to SZA. He's like, he just looks and points at her, and he just says, "Don't ask me."
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be a depressing album, and I love it.
Yeah.
And he asked her like, and then they're in like the kitchen or something.
Yeah.
And
When
he
they're doing the
goes,
cooking part.
Yeah, and she's like, we getting it out. Like, yeah, like it's going to be out before the end of 2024.
Yeah.
And both of them are just like, and I'm like, she's going to put it out at December 31st, 11:59.
Yeah, to start off the year, right?
We're not gonna get this album. If she puts it out on my birthday, I'm gonna be so fucking.
Shout out to Kai though. He won yesterday the best marathon on the stream.
Yeah,
They
like
won the award. Yeah.
hey,
His production team is amazing. Like
100%.
he had a whole production team where they're in charge of the cameras 24 hours because it was a 24-hour streams.
Yeah.
And then he
they
had also a guy controlling the robot. So it's actually a guy sitting in the room with the vision controlling the robot. His assistant or him, whoever books those his elite guest, and he also hits like stuff that people don't forgot about. You know, like the OG YouTubers, the kids shows. Like he has reach. Like Kai Cenat knows exactly who to invite. So no, man, he's doing good, and I feel like he's gonna break the record for 1 million subs, and it's coming because he's planning something.
It's not on Twitch.
It's on Twitch.
Yeah, but like streaming and subscribers on Twitch, like it's not like YouTube where you just click a button. It's like, isn't there like, don't you have to pay or something?
Yeah. So you
pay to subscribe. It's like
you pay
Patreon.
to subscribe. Well, you can watch him for free, but when you watch him for free, he can there's commercials. So he actually can control all of that where he clicks. That's how he gets his ad revenue. But if you pay like a certain amount, there's no commercials for you. There's no ad services.
So it's like much harder to get subs. Like, because I was listening to.
So there's other people. Sorry to cut you off. There's other people that are making money off of it where they'll buy they subscribe on the stream, right?
They like gift subs, right?
They gift sub as well, but they stream it on their TikTok. Like, hey, like if you guys want to watch the without paying, come to my TikTok live. And then give me some gifts while you watch Kai Cenat. So like, there's people like double the streams on it. That's why it's massive.
Would you ever do like a live stream?
100%.
I was thinking about it, and then I found out I'm actually banned from. I'm banned. I'm not eligible to use live because I did some shit.
Yeah,
but I posted some shit and I got banned from using live on my personal account. So then I went on the podcast account real quick. I said, "Bitch, let me check because if I got banned from both, I'm gonna be so pissed." And then no, we can go live. We can go live on the podcast account, but like I can't join anyone's live, and I can't go live by myself. So I was like, I went and checked my account status, and I'm like, it says I'm eligible to use everything.
Yeah, I can go live and go join with other people, but I just don't do it because everybody just like gets on the fucking live thing and they start begging for money. I'm like, I'm not trying to do.
I'm not begging for money. I'm begging y'all to fucking subscribe.
I just want
like we should do.
But
we should do a live. We should go like live one day.
But streaming is hard though because you got to be entertaining. Like you can't just sit there, whatever. Like especially not having like not a big following, but like a good chat to have conversations. But when you get it going, like you can get it going, and obviously like make money and make your full time, but you really have to be on your A game every fucking day because all you got to do is miss one day where people are excited to watch you. That's it. They just unfollow.
Yeah. I feel like
I've seen streamers blow up and honestly go on peak and like not one day drop down.
I feel like I could stream.
Really? Set it up. Go stream at night.
I feel like I could stream, but the problem is who's gonna listen to me right now?
That's one the thing though.
Like I have a Twitch account.
You'd be surprised.
Who's gonna listen to me right now?
You'd be surprised, dude. You'd be surprised. There's this dude.
We should do a Lost in the. We
want to do a
Lost in the Desert Twitch account?
With streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what we come
I
up
was
with.
thinking
Some
like
ideas.
one day we do like a live. We do like live as we're
IRL.
setting up.
IRL.
Like we just do like
IRLs
we
are
go on
crazy.
IG. We go just turn on IG live as we're setting up.
Yeah,
And just,
IRL
like,
is
chat
crazy
for
though, because
people.
I see some people go overseas and then they'd be walking around with a camera live streaming and they'd be getting jumped and shit. But it's insane, dude. Like this streaming thing. They seen that guy that the most disgusting thing I seen for people trying to get like, and clout is such a disease. There's one dude took a homeless lady to dinner. I don't know if you ever saw that. To stream it, goes like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a nice dinner, get you all fixed up." Goes to the restaurant. They order all this nice food, and he walks out on her. And he thought it was a funny joke and shit like that. So sitting there like,
it's got to be fake. It's got to
No,
be
it was
like
real.
I would.
it was.
I'd have to go to the.
it wasn't
I'd
on
have to go to
Twitch.
the.
I think it was on what was the other one? Rumble. There was Rumble. There's another one, Kick,
Oh my god.
and the CEO went and banned him. He's not allowed to stream anymore.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how real it was because it's a real live stream.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Fucking with this poor. She's
Insane.
homeless.
Insane. And
I
then
could do that like to a friend of mine because I'm like I know he got it. You know. And
no, this dude just walked out. Boom,
Yeah,
boom.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if say I could do that to you,
Yep.
I'd be like, I know Assam got it. I'll sell him
Yeah.
later just to fuck with him. I just want to get his
No, it was
reaction.
a homeless lady. Another one. There was dudes. There was so much shit. Like
That's
people
fucked
getting
up.
jumped. Like there's people who do anything just to go viral. Like that fucking one that he makes a lot of money where he controls like a lot of OnlyFans girls.
Mm-hmm.
He got in a he was literally live streaming. Gets in a car accident with his McLaren or whatever.
Oh,
And
Jack Doherty.
Jack Doherty, yeah. And then he
Yeah,
tells
yeah,
his
yeah.
cameraman, "Hey, record this."
Mm.
Doesn't even check to make sure he's okay. His cameraman is
He's
bleeding.
like
Goes,
bleeding.
Yep.
It's like in the rain, and he like
Yep.
gasses it or something, and he just. I don't even think he. I don't even think he gassed it. I think he just aquaplaned. So do you know what aquaplaning is?
Define it.
So aquaplaning, when you're driving in the wet, right? Those grooves in the tire,
Yeah.
they're designed to like clear water out,
Yeah.
right? Now, when you aquaplane is when the tire's not able to clear the water, and
So
then
it's-
the water, it has the road, and then the water, and then the tire. So now you're just sliding. It's basically
Yeah.
like ice. Like you become sliding on the water,
yeah.
right? The problem why it happens on sports cars so often, people think like, oh, he was drifting, he was doing all this shit. No, sports cars, especially like they have really slick tires with really thin grooves because they're designed to grip on the road, not clear. Like road cars, he could do that speed fine on a road tire because it clears the water out, right? Real quick, not an issue.
Yeah.
But these sports cars, they have really slick
it
tires,
just
so there's
fixes
nowhere
it.
nowhere
Yeah.
for the water to go.
Yeah,
So
but
he could just
also-
be doing 40 miles an hour.
No, but
and
he's
still
also
slide.
on his phone speeding. And regardless of that, let's say it was an accident. Like
I don't think he was speeding. I was
doesn't
listening
matter.
to it like, bro, he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. You're
But
supposed to
then-
put like regular tire. You're not supposed to drive your McLaren on Pirelli P0s or whatever.
and he thought it was cool to post it. Like immediately goes, "I got in a car accident. And this cameraman is bleeding." And everybody on the fucking comments are like, "You're such a piece of shit." And
Oh,
then like,
he's going to jail.
not even 30 minutes later, he's like, "No, my cameraman is good. We made sure we're in the hospital. I paid for the." I'm like, "No, you're trying to cover yourself." I think he got banned.
Did he get back?
Yeah, he got banned for like a certain time. And now he's freaking out because how he's gonna
Jack
make his
Doherty
money.
was also the one who was doing. You remember when? What is those? The Island Boys.
Yes, yes.
He was also the one like fake pretending like on the Island Boys Twitter and shit, like pretending to like have like to like record with them and shit when apparently none of it was true. Like he didn't do
No.
nothing with them. And I remember because it blew up and they're like, oh my god,
He's just a scammer.
The
He's
Island
just a-
Boys got this, Jack Doherty dude.
No, he's just a scammer. He's
And I
a
remember
scammer.
seeing him on Logan Paul's website and talking about like ROI and shit like that at 15, and Logan Paul was
Yeah.
so impressed. I'm like, come on, bro.
Well, at that time
Like,
he was.
oh my god, he said ROI, and Logan Paul's like, what? This 15-year-old knows what
So,
return on
no,
investment is?
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on,
Because
Logan.
he was doing YouTube, but then I think like now,
Like, I'm sure he's a smart kid, but like,
but when you start making
when you're
millions,
smart and evil, it's so fucked up.
yeah, and then your ego, then you all of a sudden you hang out with models, you think you're the shit. So
Honestly, if I was 15 years old, bro, come on.
Probably,
If you were
yeah.
15 years old, making the money, making like
yeah,
buying like $500,000 homes, just not even to live in, just as a portfolio.
I'd be
you know what I mean?
a scumbag.
You'd be a fucking scumbag. Anybody at 15 would be a fucking scumbag. I would have been a terrible person.
I would have died. I would have got shot. For sure, I would have pissed off somebody that would have killed me.
Right? Like, come on. It's like 15. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy because, kids at this age and streamers at this age, it's so easy to like make money, but it's also like it removes you from reality.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And it reminds me of like, did you see on Club Shay Shay, Keith Lee was on there?
I need to watch it, so
That
let's not
was-
talk about it.
I didn't watch the full interview. I just watched like maybe
I saw
the first
one
quarter. I saw a quarter of it, and then I saw the clips,
Yeah.
and then I went and saw like them reviewing the food.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
oxtail did look
watch the
stiff.
whole thing because I like Keith Lee. I fuck with
Yeah,
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, but he was telling that story about like how like
BET
he was
Awards.
like streaming and stuff like that. Was it Keith Lee? Who's I thinking? No. I am so sorry. I got it mixed up. I'm thinking of Speed. My bad. This was I did watch the Keith Lee one, but this clip was from Speed. I show Speed. He was on there talking about how he was like 15 and started making all this like money, and then like turned 16 and stuff like that. And his mama like basically kicked him out the house, and he went to live with his dad, and he didn't hold it against her. He was like, real first money like I really spent was like I bought a house for my mama. And it's like, it's because she didn't, he was like, it's not because she was a hater. People in the comments were like, yo, your mama's a hater. Your mama's a hater. His mom wasn't a hater. His mom was from a different generation. Like, she doesn't understand like streaming and making money off streaming.
Nobody
does. He understood his popularity.
Yeah.
I feel like Dad just didn't give a fuck. But he understood his popularity and like what's going to happen. And his mom didn't connect that. His mom was like, I need you to focus on fucking school and
not
nothing
that
else.
too.
His mom like old school.
If anybody watched like old Speed, first of all, also yesterday Speed won the Stream of the Year.
Right.
No, obviously,
likely as he should.
As he should. Now, the thing is that Speed was recording at 3, 4 in the morning, yelling and doing backflips and shit. Of course, you're gonna tell him to focus on school. So it wasn't like.
I don't think he was doing that when he was 15.
Yes, dude, he was
21 now.
Yeah, but he was killing it. Like he was streaming nonstop, bro. And then also
I don't know him at 15.
But also, yes, you're right. His mom comes from an old generation where.
She's not hating, but she
doesn't think this is gonna be a job or a career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now it's easier because the money's coming in. He's well paid, and he's traveling the world and stuff like that. Yeah, but at beginning it's hard to see it.
Still 19. That's crazy.
Dude, he's a young kid, dude.
Bro,
he's a young, and he's fucking hilarious.
Oh no, he's funny as fuck.
He's
crazy.
Hilarious.
He's funny as fuck. But the mom, like, I like that he had. It's obvious. I feel like it's obvious he was raised by good people. You know what I mean?
There's one that keeps me making laugh. I forgot who it was collabing with, but they brought girls and they're like hot girls. And Speed just starts farting. And then the girls were like disgusted. And then I was just laughing.
And they didn't go anywhere, did they?
The fuck? And they left.
Yeah. Did they leave?
Yeah, and Speed was like, yo, what did I do? He goes, when he starts barking and shit. But what took his career crazy is when somebody literally tipped him $1 and he goes, who's your favorite player? And he goes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey. And that took off. Yeah. And that's his Ronaldo love took off. And that made him so much popular, all from $1 donation. And years later on, he met the kid. The kid verified, he's like, hey, I'm the one that tipped you. And he goes, man, you changed my life. Yeah. It was kind of dope. He's like, Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey.
But no, I hope he has like a good head on his shoulders because he doesn't seem like a troll.
No.
You know what I mean? Like obviously like he's hyper and extra as fuck and but there's like a difference between being a troll where you're just like saying terrible shit about people and making fun of people.
Even when he watches streams, and he goes overseas, you see him giving money to the homeless.
Yeah, he seemed like he just wanted.
He overpays for everything on purpose. He did get some disrespected from some people, but he stand up for himself. So I was like, good for you, Speed. Because this one lady was being racist one time. I forgot what country he was in. And as he's walking, he's like, you know what? You guys don't want me to stream? That's fine. I'm going to leave the restaurant. And as he's leaving, the lady literally flips him off. And he's like, why? He's like, I'm already leaving. Like, but he stood on business. So I was like, shout out to you, Speed.
Did you see when Kai and that Indian dude? That was the Indian like scammer. They talked to all these clips. So I got this. I heard it first on SNG. I heard about it first on SNG, and then I went to look for it on TikTok and stuff. Mm-hmm. Apparently, they were like talking to some scammer over in India and shit, and they were just like going back and forth. They're like, we know where you are. We can see you through the webcam, all that sort of shit. Like Kai and his crew or whatever. And then the dude just like laughs. And then the laugh turns like evil. He said, I don't give a fuck. I do this every fucking day. Yeah. Fuck you. He said, he said to them, I don't talk to nigger people.
Oh my God. That's
and
bugging.
I was like, yo, that's the most like Indian racist shit ever. Cause I can hear it in the accent. I'm like, I'm not going to do the accent, but I can hear it in the accent. I'm like, man, that's some India racism right there.
When Kai,
foreigners, when they become racist,
when
hilarious.
Kai and Drewski and Kevin Hart get together, it's funny. That's a funny collapse.
I don't think
I'm surprised Kevin Hart hasn't like wrote a movie for all three of them.
I wouldn't watch it.
I would watch it. I think this would be a good one. I think there's probably in the works.
Kevin is getting into his uncle trying to stay cool era.
No, he's just
all
trying
these
to
people are in their like mid-20s, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of cool.
Kevin is like 100 years old now.
But also they can go under his production. They can go under his agency.
Yeah, I feel like Kevin should just be like, I'm going to mentor people and do my own thing because he's trying to do what they do. There
was a scene like that with the first time they collabed. It's probably the fucking funniest scene. So They just woke up. This is not this marathon, the one before, where the one before. Anyways, it was at his house. So they bought a hibachi for breakfast. So everybody's waking up. So Kevin's heart is eating. Drewski's next to him, and Kai is like doing whatever. And this one guy, he's also like a comedian. He was on tour with Drake doing opening, like as a comedy guy. And Kevin was like, so what do you see yourself doing? The guy's like, oh, I see myself doing acting, being there. And Kevin was like, yeah, I can see you doing that. And Drewski's like, rich people love saying that shit. He's like, bro, you're up like 400 million. Fucking help us. And Kevin Hart couldn't stop fucking laughing because it's like, why would you say you can see that? Fucking help him. You have your own production.
God.
Like, sign him. Like, stop giving us advice. Fucking sign us. You're
Sign
up
us
400
right
million. And it's the realest thing.
He got a point.
Yeah, Drewski's like, the rich people love saying stupid shit. Oh, yeah, I can see you do that. I can see you do that. He's like, bro, you're up. Like,
It's like invest.
yeah.
Bro, you know what we could do if somebody like just invested like $1,000 in us?
1,000? Nah, more than that, dude.
You don't think so?
A good $5,000.
You think $5,000?
$5,000.
$5,000.
$5,000.
$5,000, and we just put all of it towards the pod. We up.
Yeah.
We up as fuck.
Yeah.
We don't need to like not even just talking production. I just feel like marketing and advertising.
Marketing,
enough.
advertising, good equipment, much better equipment.
Yeah, probably like what? A camera we were looking through $200-300. Right,
Camera.
for like a semi decent camera. We have the stand. We don't need nothing else. Soundboard
A little green screen so we could put videos in the background.
is a soundboard. I feel like we're fine.
Yeah.
Like
Everything
honestly,
comes
that's
in time.
really, that's
Everything
really
comes in
all,
time.
That's really all I want. All I
Everything.
want right now is a soundboard because I can get rid of this laptop, like set up to the laptop. We could just have the soundboard right here, straight to the mics, one audio stream, call it a day.
Yeah.
That's all I fucking want. Because if I can stop having to sit there and sync the audios, bro, and then when the computer's not able to sync the audio properly, and then I have to do it manually, you know how fucking annoying that is?
Yeah, bet.
It's so fucking annoying having to sync it manually, and it's just
but
like,
I
for
think
fuck's sake.
but I think you got to go through the hardship now so you can
I don't
enjoy
wanna do
later
the
on.
hardship. I don't want to do that.
Well, then you're never gonna go nowhere.
I don't want to do
Everybody that started has to go through hardship.
Bro.
Anybody that didn't have a hardship started, guess where they're at? They're quitting their podcast and they're done. And we've seen it multiple times over and over again. We're gonna do this. We bought this equipment. I'm
I
like,
low-key
bet.
feel underappreciated.
Eh,
Some.
Huh?
I low-key feel underappreciated.
And that's on you.
I want to give you the laptop and be like, please, just edit this one episode and then let me know.
Yeah. And then if I do it, and then I'll be like, okay,
Please do it forever.
okay. But then,
Please do it
but if I
forever.
do it forever and I start doing my own show, what are you gonna say?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Then you'd be like, fuck, give me the laptop back.
No, the laptop is still mine.
That's
I'm
what
lending
saying.
it to you for one
That's
day.
what I'm saying.
And then you get your own
It's
laptop.
stupid. You gotta go through this now, so later on it gets easier and better. That's how it should be. You gotta understand that.
Yeah. I'm writing all this shit off on my taxes. I hope you know.
Right. Everything you want. I don't pay taxes. I don't file. Fuck taxes.
Okay.
My money ain't going to fucking foreign wars.
Okay. So from now on, everything will be under my name because you gonna fuck the IRS. You gonna fuck up and the IRS gonna take your half of the show. Next thing you know, I got the U.S. government as my co-host.
Yeah.
Talking about
Uncle,
endorse Israel now.
Uncle Sam, yeah. APAC will come and give you a.
Yeah.
They'll give you
I'll be like,
$50,000.
you know what? I'm gonna sell my share of the show and call it a day. We
Yeah.
could restart from scratch.
No, but I think everything's gonna fall right in the right time, in the right places. You gotta
Yeah.
understand that.
I do.
Because, dude,
But yeah, I think
we
next
seen
investment,
people
I need
dropping $4,000 a month on a studio production team.
I'm not doing. I will never pay for I will never pay for a studio. I would.
But think about it. But think
I
about
would
it.
rather decorate a room in my house.
Okay.
Before I pay for a studio.
Okay, but they wanted it the easy way,
I'm not doing that.
and what happened with them? Canceled.
Who?
They haven't done a show. They
Oh,
all split.
I know who you're talking
You know what
about.
I'm saying? Another one. It was a bunch of girls. They're like, oh, it's gonna be 7 of us.
7?
Seven hosts. Now there's barely 3 and 4, and they ain't going nowhere because they wanted the easy route.
7 hosts is crazy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You gotta enjoy the journey. You're out here like, I'm not appreciated, whatever. Fuck is this? Enjoy it.
I need like. Oh, but speaking of,
Yeah, go for it.
are you going? You never RSVP to my birthday thing. You're not going?
I know I have a work party for Onyx.
5:00.
You want to bet?
No, I don't. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like, bro, you missing out on some good oxtail.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, my birthday is next weekend, so birthday gift. I need to see at least 20 subscribers. I know you guys exist.
What do you want for your birthday?
I want at least 20 fucking subscribers
Okay.
and 500 listening hours. I don't care how y'all do it.
How many people showing up at your dinner?
So far, 10 RSVP.
Oh wow, you're very popular, my guy.
Like 3 more are
Okay.
coming, and they just haven't clicked the link yet.
You're very popular.
Well, so the thing is, we're going to Top Notch, the Caribbean restaurant.
Okay.
Because I said, you know what? I don't want fancy dinners. I don't want to dress up and do all that shit. I want to go to my favorite restaurant and stuff my fucking face. That's
Yeah.
it. I want oxtail, rice and peas, gravy,
No,
plantain, beef patty. That's what I want to fucking eat in a ginger beer.
no, Saturday, the owner of the gym that I work at has taken all the coaches and the staff for dinner that he pays for once a year, and he also gives out the awards. So,
Awards.
yes, coaches of the year, playlist of the year, MVP of the year,
Playlist of the year.
like who has the best playlist in classes.
Okay.
They let the members and the students.
Like y'all control that?
They let the members and the students vote for it. Like
Okay.
which was your favorite coach? Whose coach has the best playlist? Which one you like them? You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
things
I
like
got
that
you.
to show
Okay.
appreciation, obviously.
Yeah.
And then he has his
sounds
own rewards, where he's like, who was the most improved that he saw? Who was actually the best coach that he saw?
We have our rugby Christmas party.
That's what I'm
from,
saying. That's how it is,
We have
yeah.
it's in the morning until 3, and
Yeah.
then my dinner is at 5.
But the point of the whole thing is that it's free food, and he's paying for the dinner. So we're going to Soho,
Where's
never been to
Soho?
Soho.
I've
It's
never been.
Arcadia.
Ooh, before we wrap up, question: did you see the Ashley Madison documentary yet, or no?
No, hell no.
Do you know what Ashley Madison is?
Fuck no.
So Ashley Madison, I think they're still up. It's a dating site that came up in like the mid to late 2000s.
Is that the one where the CEO lost his wife to a person that?
No.
You ever heard about that story? I think it's Match.com. I'm sorry.
Maybe that's Match.com.
Yeah.
Ashley Madison was a dating site specifically for people who were already married in relationships.
That's crazy. And there's a membership fee?
There's no membership fee, but like you like buy tokens and coins like to pay to chat and stuff like that. So there's no membership. Anybody can join, but you like pay like, oh, here's some credits so you can like, chat some more with people and stuff like that. It is a crazy documentary. And it was no secret. The whole site, like he was going on like Good Morning America and shit like that. Like the CEO actively talking about this is a site for niggas who's already married. Life is short. Why are you limiting yourself?
What was it?
He was the thing is like, because I want to ask you this opinion. He was saying that, I can love you, but I might need more. And I love my family and I don't want to break that up, but I want more. And they're like, it's selfish to put somebody in a box like that. And I was like, is this nigga crazy?
Yeah.
Like would you ever do that?
No, dude. I wouldn't have. I only have.
I know you're not a cheater.
Because this is the thing. I only have one energy for one woman. I can't imagine dealing with two.
Not the response I was thinking about, but okay.
Like dude, to be in a relationship or marriage with kids, it's a lot of draining. To have more energy to start giving your attention to someone else is wild to me.
But
obviously
not
too,
to date them, but like just to hook up. Like the whole point is like the whole point is to keep this a secret.
That's what's the fucking point. If people want to do the thrilling, whatever, it's shit is whack. Dude.
So anyway, the site got hacked in like 2014.
I do remember. Okay, now I see what you're saying. That's where they released all the list of the members.
They released the hackers. You have to watch it. The documentary. It's only 3 episodes.
Okay.
They hold the way they hold this company hostage for like a month.
Yeah.
And this company doesn't buy it. They're like, no, they're not doing shit. And they just released on the dark web and niggas was downloading it. They were apps that you would pay them. Like people were creating apps to go through the list because they would filter the data for you and find names, addresses, everything. So you would just give them like a name and a phone number or a name and an address and they would just figure out. And I'm like, this company was doing such shady shit with the data.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys really fucked yourselves over because like you would have to pay them to unsubscribe and delete your data, but they wouldn't delete your data. So these people were like, there were people who sued them like, hey, I paid for you to delete all my information and you guys never deleted my information.
They got fucked both ways.
Yes. So it revolves around, there's like a couple people that they interview, a couple people who use the app that they interview, but the most notable couple who were like kind of the focus everything was this dude and his wife, and they were like Christian streamers. Right, I cannot remember their fucking names, and I don't really care. They're like streamers, like vloggers. They're like vloggers, right? And all they did was like he was just a regular dude going through some hardship and all that sort of shit. And then he fucking was like using the app and like claiming he never talked to people and doing all that shit. And then he stopped. He was like, he started feeling bad. He was like, nah, this is fucked up. Like, even though I didn't meet people, like I got, this is all fucked up. I got a wife and kids who love me at home. And I'm not gonna lie, the wife is a day one. Like she hold that nigga down. But anyway, so he stops using the app. Then 2 years later, like I guess they make some sort of like vlogging video on one of the sites at the time. I can't remember if it was like YouTube or Vine or whatever the fuck was out there. But it blows up. Now this whole family is popular. Now they're vlogging on a day to day. Now they're making like so much money. Like he quits his day job. Like he was a nurse.
Yeah.
And like he quits his day job, and like it becomes their like whole thing. When the way the hack happened, like the timing of everything was so beautiful, yeah, Assam, because karma.
Yeah.
And this man had like stopped, and it's like a great example of like your past coming up to bite you.
You got to pay your debt.
Yeah. You got to pay your
karma.
debts.
I'm gonna tell you something about karma. Karma will always collect,
Yeah.
regardless how long you go
It might
thinking
be
everything
10
is smooth.
50 years.
20 years. Karma will come and collect this fucking debt. And it happens to every single person. I don't give a fuck what you
100%.
think. Karma will come and collect. So you better be fucking listening.
So this dude is on the flight going to like a vlogger-thon, streamer-thon, creator-thon, something, whatever. It was like a convention. The list hits. Somebody, he's like watching the news. He says he sees the news.
Yeah.
They're in the airport. He's not escaping this. They're stuck with each other at this point. And he's like, do I pretend nothing is happening and wait for somebody?
Yeah.
And he's like on Twitter, and then he's like, okay, nobody said anything or whatever. And then he's on Twitter and he sees a comment, oh, such and such creator like is on this list. Crazy. And I'm like, he's like, it clicks in his head. He's like, I gotta tell her now. So he sits her down. He tells her everything. The poor lady is like in shock.
Yeah, after all these years type of thing.
After all these years, like, what the fuck? And he's like, I swear I never met with anybody. I was just going through it. I just wanted somebody to talk to, all that shit. I wanted to feel like I was the man and the shit and all that crap. And he's, oh yeah, too late to say spoilers now. I'm like leaving out details because there's juicy shit. Like when you watch it, it's gonna click. But they're a Christian. This is why it's so fucked up. It's not just like he's a regular streamer. Like they go day to day talking about praise the Lord and Jesus.
But he blamed the devil now. The devil was in him.
Not even.
Maybe it was
not
the
even. He
devil.
just held that. Honestly, I will say this: accountability. I gotta give him
You have
props.
to, bro.
I gotta give him props. You know, credit where credit is due.
You have to.
He held himself accountable. You know, for the most part.
Yeah.
So then he starts. Everything seems cool, whatever. He's like, everybody's watching them at the convention. Like, you know, he goes on stage and they talk about it and he makes his thing. But then as they're like driving home, like he's getting like more text and more information is coming out. And he pulls over the car and he's like, I'm not done telling you what I need to tell you. And he just unloads a list of shit on her.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that she holds him down.
Well, because the devil made it.
She doesn't leave him. Like
the devil made it.
I think they separate for a short amount of time, but
Yeah.
they don't divorce.
No, the devil made because the devil. He's like, babe, that's the devil work. That's what it is.
No, you know what? I give him props. They didn't go there. They didn't go through that route.
I'm telling you that he
They
used
did
the
not
devil
go-
to.
They didn't go through that route. At least not in the documentary, because I don't know these people.
Well, I seen a pastor slide DMs to one of my homegirls.
A pastor.
A pastor slid in DMs of my homegirl. My homegirl screenshots it, finds his wife on Facebook, and she literally hits me up first. She goes, "Yo, Assam, do you think I should like send this to her?" And I was like, "Yes, 100%." She goes and sends it to his wife, and they're still together. And I guarantee you, I was like, he blamed the devil, or he said that his fucking account got hacked. That's how it usually is. But I do remember where the hack was, because it was like I guess
was major. It was like the most talked thing about
because,
in like 2015.
Because what's it called? It was a lot of rich people, like wealthy people.
Oh yeah, senators were on
Senator,
there.
yep, all this stuff, and that's why they didn't give a fuck. Another crazy one.
There's a twist at the end. I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah,
You have
but
to
I'll watch it. Another crazy one. I believe it was Match.com. The person that created it, the CEO, whatever, his wife left him for a guy that she met on the website. So imagine your marriage got ruined by the product that you made.
Speaking of marriage getting ruined by the product that you made,
Yeah.
before we wrap it up, it's the hot topic of the week. United Healthcare CEO
Bah,
gave a shot.
All right, let me tell you something right now. Let me break it down real quick. I saw two
Break it
military
down,
guys.
and I have a question for you.
I saw
after.
two military guys break this down the most perfect way, because everybody keeps thinking like, oh, this assassin was pro, whatever. Not really. Why? Because the type of gun that he was using and the silencer, the way they described it, that it wasn't aligned, because the way he put his arm up, this type of gun, when you pop it, it goes down. So it's like, because all that force, you're literally going to just go down. That's why he got shot in the leg first. But he knew how to clock it back. That's why you see him clocking it back, and then he gets him by the third shot. So he should, like by the second two, then he like unloads on him. Jesus. But they were saying that if he was actually like a professional, he would have wait and got way too close to him and had the silencer by his head and popped him, so he was not missing. So that's why they were saying like he wasn't professional. Their thing idea. There's two options that I think, and obviously that's just my opinion. One is that obviously he was paid because the meeting could have been over Zoom, but no, they wanted it in person. Even though when he got popped, the meeting still happened with the investors. It still went through. Act like they didn't even exist, and they posted the opening job. What, a couple of days later? Like, oh, we're looking for a new CEO. The second
LinkedIn would be crazy right now.
Yeah, but also too, if it was paid by them to get rid of the CEO, they could have chose somebody that's a druggie. They could have paid him some cash up front. They could have given him the drugs that he needed and got him overdosed, so they will never find the assassin, like the shooter, because he probably, they would need to get rid of him. Or this would be a crazy ass story. Just that, again, conspiracy theorists, is that this dude lost a loved one because of United Healthcare couldn't cover a claim and decided to take it on the CEO.
Could be.
Yep.
I
prefer option 2. I'm sorry, the person that died.
More believable.
But I prefer option 2 because the way that he left, notes on the gun that comes after a book that how insurance scams are. The fact that he got on a bike, they caught him, I think, ordering coffee, and he was smiling because the lady told him to take off his mask, and he was like smiling because they have a picture of him. But
I got a comment about that.
Couple of things. The fact that New York NYPD first offered him $10,000, like, go fuck yourself. Like,
nobody's doing that. Nobody's snitching on this nigga for 10K.
Apparently now opened up to 50K. Still not snitching because just last night,
I might,
in the city, they were celebrating his death and they were partying.
That's
crazy,
wild,
crazy. One guy too on TikTok was kind of fucked up, but funny at the same time. He goes, "Yeah, NYPD is asking for questions." He's like, "I think I just saw the shooter cross paths with me right now in New York." But I remember last year my claim got denied, so whatever. And I was like, that's real.
That's real.
That's real.
No, the comments, the first time I saw it, the comments was somebody said, sending prayers and claims.
Yep.
Somebody said, your claim to heaven has been denied. Like, the comments have been fucking hilarious. And I feel bad. I know he has kids, and those are the only people I feel bad for. Because obviously, the wife, you hold somebody down. You know what they do. You hold somebody down, and you take the L with them. The kids I feel bad for because they're going to have to grow up and just hear about how the world, like, enjoyed their father's death. And they're kind of innocent in this. They're the only people who, like, didn't choose to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than that, it is sad. It does speak to the quality of healthcare in America. It does speak to, like, how people are so frustrated with the system.
How many people died?
Like the next week, the next week they were like, we're gonna have a limit on anesthesia. Yep. So this is how a standard like the anesthesia time should be for this procedure. And if you go over it, we're not gonna cover that extra time. And because of the backlash, they were like, the week later, they were like, never mind, we're gonna scrap that. I'm like, bro, timing. Have some common sense. Like, push this back. The world is roasting you right now.
But also, how many people died because of claims that have been denied because of the stuff that they put out, like the CEOs, head of all these things. So
that L.
And also too, like, the meeting could have been done on Zoom, and they're like, no, we have to be in person. So he flies to New York, stays in the hotel, walks, gets popped. While he got popped, they started the meeting 10 minutes later. So you tell me, dude, what the fuck is happening?
This is 10 minutes later. I feel like you don't,
or whatever the timing is.
10 minutes, whatever. If it was 10 minutes, I don't expect them to know what's going on.
But why you're not
10 minutes? The ambulance is not there in 10 minutes.
But the whole meeting is just to meet the CEO. So what the fuck the meeting was about?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I feel like, especially in private healthcare, CEOs, like, I'm not worried about them snitching or doing any of that shit because he's been the CEO for too long. They have NDAs. The money's too good. Yeah, like, why would you just keep your mouth shut?
Those old heads, it's not the same anymore. It's not back in the day where you can get rid of somebody and people are not going to know. Like, there's social media now. There's cameras everywhere. Like, this will,
like, where are you gonna go? At some point, they're gonna follow you. That CCTV is gonna follow you home.
Yeah, like, it's insane, bro. It's fucking
committing a crime, and especially in person, like, they're gonna find him. There's no doubt they're gonna find him.
And then now all the CEOs are actually afraid from different companies. But think about it. McDonald's are bringing back the rep. You're
a CEO of a company this big. Why don't you have security?
Why would you have security? Nobody knows how you look like.
People know.
No, they don't.
At least one. If I was not even a CEO, if I was just rich, not even a CEO, if I was just crazy, or like I win the lottery tomorrow, if hypothetically, like the Mega Millions or Powerball, there's like 600 and something million.
That's different.
I win that tomorrow, you're gonna see some random nigga walking around with me.
No, that's different.
You're
that's
like,
different. Okay, I have 10 guys in front of you. Pause. And then you point me out which one is the Chipotle CEO. Would you point him out right now without Googling?
No, but
Exactly.
you have to Google them. Like, if you're gonna hurt somebody, you got to know who the fuck they are, their schedule.
But that's different. That's
you don't just see somebody and randomly want to fuck them up.
But
you know what I mean?
That's different though. There's
these
no
kind
need
of
for
crimes have to be
another
premeditated.
Another comment that I saw that was kind of crazy as well. It was like, oh my god, we should protect all the CEOs. Let's all put them in one submarine. I was like,
but wait, before we wrap up, I know I said this again, but before we wrap up, I want to say, this is how I know, like, there's no hope for me in dating and relationships, because women and gays have been absolutely like scummy in the comments. When y'all saw this man's face and you were like, oh damn, and he's hot, he's a shooter and he's hot, when they released that picture, just my algorithm just went to, damn, this nigga fine, he's a shooter, sign me up. Like, women and gays have no standards. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be single forever. I'm going to be single forever.
Well,
Unless I gotta shoot somebody. Is this it?
Well, it's insane.
Like, y'all flipped on him so
social
quick.
media is crazy though. But
we're like, we not snitching on him. He can hide in my house.
I guarantee you, I guarantee he can walk in New York right now. Ain't nobody snitching on him.
Nobody's snitching on him.
Ain't nobody snitching on him.
No, nobody wants that.
And he knew exactly how to get away with it. Get on the bike, so it's easy to get around the city. And he went as soon as he gets to Central Park, it's easy to disappear because Central Park is massive. And the fact that they said that he left the backpack and there was like Monopoly money, like he knew exactly how to get away.
Monopoly money.
And but I know for a fact he probably in New York.
He wasn't wearing gloves though. When he shot Homeboy, at least that's what I saw.
No, I think he's wearing gloves.
Really?
Yeah, but everybody saw him like stalling and being around the hotel, and nobody cared because they're like, it's the city, and then they're like, oh shit, he had bad intentions.
Yeah, they didn't fucking know.
Yeah. And also, too, like, you got to understand, like, that silencer that he has with the gun, they're not cheap. So he had money. I mean, he invested in a good... He just didn't know how to shoot it because the first shot, his arm goes down, so that's why he gets them in the leg. But at least he knows to clock it back. So he clocked it back, and it starts popping. So by the third shot, that was, like, the killer.
The third shot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't just, like, walk past them, take the gun.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
And then just kept walking one straight stream.
That type of gun, you had to get close so you get a nice shot, but... like how the military guys break it down, like he should have just got all close to his back, pointed his gun.
I would have just kept walking, hand in my pocket, and just even shot through my own jacket. I
okay,
just
John
like,
Wick. Okay,
John Wick.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
You ever like daydream about like doing sketchy shit?
Fuck no. Every time I fucking
you don't
get
daydream
nightmares,
about doing some
bro,
shit.
you know how many dreams I had that I got shot and I had to wake up? I already know how I was gonna die. All right, you guys.
Hey, in sync. Yeah, it was great today. Have a great weekend. I'm going to go. My friends Albert and Jose gave me tickets to the Seahawks Cardinals game for my birthday.
Game.
So that is fucking tickets. I'm just trying to go hype. The Cardinals aren't doing too bad, I guess.
No, they're number one in the standing right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they started shit, I think, but
yeah.
Kyler Murray's like not. Apparently, Kyler Murray's actually playing really good.
Yeah,
It's the defense to stay fucking him up.
He's having a really good season.
Yeah. But yeah, again, follow, fucking subscribe. Don't make me ask you guys twice. All right.
All right. Take care, y'all.
See ya.